at a Volvo conference today where we've had customers and media and everybody here. Volvo showing their future plans, their past successes, and what we're interested in here is this electric vehicle. This FM was introduced a few years ago, put on trial, but it's into some operators now, and with me here I have two transport operators who are using the Volvo FM electric. And I have here from DHL, this man is 35 years old, National Transport Manager of DHL.
Marnus Van Rooyen. Did the POC with Volvo on a fully taut liner 18 meter, and the results that we saw of that was very positive.
Yeah, and you're going to be buying them. You've had them on test up to now.
Yes, we have tested them, and if all goes well, we will be purchasing them as well if the clients are in conjunction with us working with us.
Fantastic. The one thing I just want to ask you, I'm going to ask you as well, is the price, initial price. A lot of people say, that's an off-putter because it's 3 times the price of a normal equivalent diesel, FM diesel. How do you overcome it?
Well, working with Volvo on various pricing and working with the customer closely to invest in these assets.
So you're looking at total cost of ownership. Correct. Over lifetime. That's what you've got to look at when you're looking at electric.
100%, yes.
Okay. Yeah. And we have over here.
Hi, you got Brett Mostert, Strategic Transport. We currently have 2 FH electric vehicles in our fleet. We've been subbing them for around about a year now between our operations. We've done the deal through Volvo Financial Services at the time. Overall, the product must probably supersede our expectations for what we first thought in terms of our first scope with Eric, but subsequently we've managed to supersede it comfortably. We will definitely be looking at new vehicles going forward with regards to electric vehicles. And as far as life expectancy on the vehicle is, for us, is obviously understanding our customers' needs and requirements, and the long-term aspect. We're offsetting the diesel costs over the lifetime of the vehicle. We do see it being most probably leveling out and making it worth our while.
Okay, what is the lifetime? What type of replacement do you look at in terms of years?
Most probably looking at around about 5 to 7 years.
Okay. So that's
from an electric vehicle compared to the diesel vehicle, which is around about 4 years, 4 to 5. Okay. So it's additional 2 more years, but we do see that working out.
And you purchased the vehicles?
We have purchased them directly outright with Volvo Financial Services. Yeah.
Okay, so you tested first, you found them suitable, and you've actually gone for it now.
We've gone for it in the operation, running a year now in the operation, currently working now.
Running a year?
A year in the operation.
Okay, tell us about your charging, because that often comes up. Electric vehicles not suitable for South Africa because of lack of charging infrastructure.
So the infrastructure we've got is unfortunate. We weren't able to use all the concept of using the Eskom or using diesel. So what we've done is at the cross-dock facility, we actually have, at our customer's facility, we have a charge station there which uses solar. Okay. So that way we get full exclusive concept of the whole CO2 emissions.
Did you put in that charging infrastructure at your customer, or are they working with you on this?
They're working with us on the deal. The current future plans is to move that concept over to our facility at our current operation in Durban, where we will facilitate all charging will be done at our premises.
Okay, so you're getting the customer involved in your clean road ahead.
Absolutely. I think it's a hand-in-hand solution, especially with the electric currently in South Africa. I think you've got to work hand-in-hand, not only with the AMEs, but also with your customers. They have to buy into the idea.
Okay. Well, that is such good news. So we've got some good news coming from here as well, in that you are so happy with your electrics that you've done the tests and got the trials. It looks like you're going to get an order soon.
From your lips to God's ears.
Yeah, so once again, working in conjunction with our clients, if they want to partner with us, then we will do the outright purchase with the Volvo agreement.
Okay. But you are happy with the results you're getting?
We are.
And it makes sense financially.
Correct.
Even though the price is 3 times. I keep on coming back to that because it's a stumbling block.
There is a saving, yes.
Yeah, okay. Rick, how's it going with the electric? You were there driving it. I believe you had to get someone to tow it off the ship when it first arrived because it ran out of battery charge.
Yes, but it wasn't the traction batteries. It was the 24-volt batteries.
And the ship was lousy anyway.
The ship was lousy anyway, so we pulled it off and charged it quickly.
Okay.
But that problem was solved long ago. Many software updates since then, so we don't have that issue anymore. The last 9 vehicles came in, drove themselves straight off.
Right.
So we don't have that problem anymore. But yeah, what you see with trials like this, where we're actually showing the end customer what the truck can actually do, because a lot of people have the misconception of what it's capable of doing in an operation. So when we see these trials and tests, it's interesting to watch the drivers get more and more comfortable. I mean, if you ask Brett, his drivers will refuse to drive anything else. But yeah, he also has two fantastic drivers driving them as well. So, but where the guys see the improvement coming is in the long term, where you end up with a reduction in your energy cost, because your energy cost, especially if you're using off grid, is your costs are pegged at a lot more stably than the diesel price. So in the last 7 years, diesel's gone up 98%. If you're using your own solar, that's not going to change for 10 years.
I want to ask you a question. Battery replacement is after how many years, and how much does that cost? Because you don't replace an engine. You might have a recon, but you don't replace it fully.
So in terms of battery electric, we're looking at what we do is we talk about energy throughput through the battery. So a truck like the one behind us, which has got 6 batteries, we talk about 1,000 megawatt hours of throughput through the battery as a first life.
What's that in kilometers?
That's if you're running a vehicle over 10 years with you consuming 1 kilowatt hour per kilometer, that's 10 years, 1 million kilometers. If you're using 2, that's 5 years, 1 million kilometers.
Okay.
So, 5 years, 500,000 kilometers. So, your depends on your operation and how much you're actually consuming. And that's what we then say, that's 80% of the original state of health of the battery. That battery then has a second life, where we're then looking with local manufacturers and suppliers of batteries to repurpose the batteries, so that it actually becomes something that can then go into household or industrial. So
residual values on an electric?
At the moment, unknown, because essentially you don't know what they're going to be worth at the end, because it all depends on what we can get. The batteries are the primary cost driver. So what we'll see is at the end of life, we'll look at trying to get those batteries into another operation, so they'll have an economic value, which will be the RV of the vehicle. The nice thing is that the truck itself, it's got the same axles, same gearbox, same chassis rails, same cab, same brakes, same everything as a normal diesel. So a lot of the componentry could be used in the second-hand market.
Okay, so we can chop it up like a chop shop.
I prefer you didn't, but yes.
Yeah, so the residual still unknown. Does that concern you at all? Because residual is quite a, buybacks and all that are quite important to the transporter.
I think it does have an effect. It's like Eric mentioned, we don't know because it's still new to the market.
These are the pioneers, and you're happy with that as well?
Happy with that as well, absolutely. I think, like Eric says, it's undetermined at the moment. I think once we know what that is, I think that'll set the benchmark in terms of where does electric go forward in South Africa, especially with transporters. Is understanding what that rate of return is at the end of the life after 7, whatever the years.
Well, I want to compliment you and congratulate you, and I really mean that, because, we living in an era where we have one of the most powerful men in the world, Mr. President Donald Trump, who is an AIDS denialist. He is that as well. He's cut off all AIDS for HIV and etc. into Africa. But anyway, he's a climate change denialist, and he has decimated the Environmental Protection Agency of its legislation. He's reduced incentives. He's done everything, and he's drill, baby, drill. Well, drill, baby, drill. We're not going for that, because we actually have interest in our grandchildren's future, and we don't deny climate change. And I compliment the three of you. You've got DHL as an international company, very local company.
Yes, it is.
You've taken a start. How many trucks do you operate?
We operate 54 vehicles currently.
54, that's a big fleet, but prepared to go the route for a brighter future. And Eric, also against, I'm sure, a lot of opposition to electric. You're hanging in there, and you're overcoming the challenges, and you're keeping going.
Well, slowly we're showing what can actually happen, how it can actually work. So the thing that I find the most entertaining is when you look at smaller trials which run in different areas, and as they start to get used to it, not like these guys with fixed routes, but ones that have more flexible routes. In the first couple of days, the radius is tiny. By the end of the trial, this vehicle is driving to Brits and to Hartbeespoort and all over the place. Yeah. As the guys get comfortable with how the vehicle performs, and it's just getting people to know what it can do, how it can work, and where it fits. Because it's not a horse for every course. It's not going to be a direct replacement, but where it can work, it will work.
Okay, last question, which I should have perhaps asked before, but what is the distance that you're running with these between your customer and your warehouse or wherever?
Okay, currently we operate most probably within say port and the current client will sort of be operating around about a 60-kilometer radius.
Okay, so it's
very local at the moment. Being, like I say, we were one of the first to trial it a year ago. Since then, it's obviously changed a lot, and we're getting much more information with regards to it.
Okay, great. And your distances?
Yeah, we average the kilometers of 160 a day.
160 a day.
Yeah.
On full charge, then you go back, but that'll give you more than 2 days charge.
Yeah, so we topped up in between offloading to keep the vehicle fully charged at any time.
Yeah.
And the results we saw was that we can do this without affecting any operations in the customer's operation.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, on behalf of my grandchildren, your grandchildren, Tanya's grandchildren, my technical department there, we thank you guys because you are pioneers. You guys are going to secure a future for my grandchildren. I'm not going to see it. I don't think I'll be around. I'm 40 now, so I don't think I'm going to be around. But you are securing that. Mr. Donald Trump, you are securing nothing for the future of my grandchildren. These are the men of the world that count. God bless you all. Good luck as you go forward. And congrats on your courage.
Cheers. Thank you
Thank you very much.
Thanks, mate.